Welcome students. Today we are going to see function overloading. Function overloading. Function overloading. In last period we have started overloading. What is meant by overloading? Overloading stands for assigning the additional task. Overloading stands for assigning the additional task. So once an additional task is assigned, but to whom the additional task is to be assigned? Assigning the additional task. Assigning the additional task. Assigning the additional task. To whom? Either operator or function. So we may assign additional task to the operator or function. Once the additional task is assigned to the operator, it gets a new form, and hence one name and multiple forms, that is called as polymorphism. 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 So overloading stands for assigning the additional task. We can assign the additional task to the operator or to the functions. So operator and function can be assigned additional task, and once the additional task is assigned, it gets a new form, it gets a new meaning, and hence one name and multiple form, that is called as polymorphism. So we have overloaded the operator, arithmetical operator like plus, minus, multiplication, division. Now here we are going to see how to overload the function. How to overload the function. That is function overloading or function polymorphism. So the question may be asked in the examination. Operator overloading is an example of polymorphism. True or false? So answer is true. How come? Because when operators are overloaded, when function is overloaded, it gets a new form, and thus one name and multiple forms, that is called as a polymorphism, and hence operator overloading and function overloading are the example of polymorphism. Now here operator overloading is over. We have seen to overload the operator, we have to define the operator function. When operator function is defined, it gets a new meaning, and operator can be overloaded. So we have seen how to, the question is asked, define operator overloading, how to overload the operator when it is essential. Question belongs to 3 marks. So assigning the additional task to the operator, that is called as operator overloading. How to overload the operator? Operators are overloaded by defining operator function. When it is essential, when expression involves user defined data type variables as an operands, then and only then it is called as a, then and then it is essential to overload the operator. Now function overloading. What is meant by function overloading? We can have several functions. We can have several functions. We can have several functions having same name we can have several functions having same name. We can have several functions having same name. So question arises, when function is called in main, exactly which function is going to execute? It depends upon parameters and return according to prototype. Let us take the example. Now let us take the example. Here is while main. Here is while main. And we are going to define various functions. So before that, we will write down the functions first of all. Let there is a function sq int x, return type void, and here cout x into x. Look, the name of function is sq. What the function will accept when it is called in main? It will accept one integer. And what the function is processing on that parameter passed when it will be called in main? It is finding out square and it is count. We may have another function s, integers, and return type is integer. Return x into x. Now, as just we have discussed, we may have several functions having same name. sq. Two functions are having same name. But you see, their prototype is different. What exactly mean by prototype of the function? Prototype stand for how much and what data types parameter it will accept. As here, name of the function is sq. It will accept one integer when it is called in main. It will not return anything. It is its prototype. Another function sq. What's its prototype is? When sq function will be called in main, it will accept one integer as a parameter when it is called in main, and it will return one integer. So two functions are there having same name. Two functions are there having same name, but their prototype is different. You see, here sq function is accepting one integer as a parameter, but return type is y. Here sq function is accepting one integer as a parameter, but return type is int. It is returning one integer. Now come to the main. Void main. Now function declaration must be taken place, but we will see later. Sq of 8. This is called as a function call. Function call. So function is called sq of 8. So here 8 is the actual parameter. So actual parameter 8 will match. How it will match? Actual parameter 8, value 8, it belongs to data type int. What the sq function will accept one int, who will be known as formally x. But when function sq is called and actual parameter value 8, which is integer, and whenever function is called, program flow come outside the main and searches the function. Suppose you call a function but that function is not defined. What will happen? As function is called, program flow, program control comes outside the main. It searches where that function is, and if the function is not available, it says function not defined. But here, function s2 is called actual parameter 8. As soon as function is called, control come outside and it try to match. 8 is integer. Yes, integer can be accommodated in x. And as we know that we are not accepting is equal to and any value, it means function s2 is not returning. So this function is selected. Now, actually there was two s2 functions. Then why the compiler select first one? Because answer is obvious. Exact match. Exact match. Exact match. Exact match of what? Exact match of actual parameter with formal. Exact match of actual parameter. Actual parameter with formal. Now, let us see what the call should be. What type of function call should be in order to select second function by the compiler. Suppose you say L is equal to SQ of 8. You see here integer L. Now look, SQ function is called actual parameter 8. It matches with x because actual parameter 1 int, formal parameter is 1 int, match. But the function has to return in L where L is integer. That's why function must return. S2 function must return. This function is not returning. So here is the function who is returning. Return x into x. So return type is int. That's why this function is selected. It means that we can have several functions having same name. We can have several functions having same name. We can have several functions having same name. But among that several functions, which function is to select? Which function is to be execute? That depend upon parameter we pass and return type. As here we have seen, when s2 function was called without any return, first one was selected. When L is equal to s2, second is selected. So here is the first rule, selection step. Selection steps. First step, exact match. Now, here L is equal to SQ of 8. 8 is actual parameter, it matches with x, it is accepting L, L is integer, here is integer. And if you say only SQ, exact actual parameter formally matches with x, no return, so y is return, it will be selected. So, exact match of actual parameter. Let us see one more example. Now, suppose instead of several functions, suppose formal parameter is different, say float. Now only one function is there, not several functions are there, but calling and formal parameters are different. Calling and formal parameters are different. You see here SQ of 8. So when function is called, program code comes to the outside. It try to match, exact match. Actual parameter 8, but x is integer. Function is not returning okay. Y is a return. But here actual parameter is 8. Here x is not int. Here x is float. So actually this state fails. There is no exact match. How come there is no exact match? Actual parameter is int, formal parameter is float. So that's why function is not selected for execution. But it may possible actual parameter 8 is given to x, where x is a float. X is equal to 8, where x is a float. So it will be treated as 8.00. It means what happens if you say 8 and if you say 8.00, there is no difference. Then instead of cancelling the function, compiler thinks that why don't we convert the 8 who is integer into 8.00, that will match the float and function will be executed. So no doubt first step fails, that is exact match. But this is called as integral promotion. Integral promotion. What exactly mean by integral promotion? We know that 8 is 2 bytes. 8 is integer and integer require 2 bytes. Whereas x is a float and float require 4 bytes. So 2 byte data is given to 4 byte promotion. Actually there is no harm in saying that 8 is equal to 8.00. So 8 is the whole number, 8.00 is the fractional part containing number. No doubt there is no harm, but it is promoted. That is called as integral promotion. Promotion is taken place of 8 to 8.00. That is integral promotion of actual to formal. Integral promotion of actual. Actual is 8. Formal is float. Actual is int. Formal is float. So int is promoted to float. Float may promoted to double. Double may promoted to long double, and so on. That is called as integral promotion. Let us see what happens when the case changes. Here is 8.3 or 3 and here is 8. Now you see what happens. Now the function which you have defined SQ, who will accept one integer, function will not return anything. But you see, SQ is called, actual parameter is 8.3 and it compiler try to match first step, exact match of actual with formal. Actual is float, 8.3 means float. Actual is float, formal is int. Exact match fails. 8.3 is a float. Promoting it also do not match because already it is the promoted. Actual is a float. Formal is little, we can say. So actually it is promoted. So this step also, question of promotion do not arises. Why? Because actually it is a float and here is the integer. But what happens? Here 8.3 exact match fails. So question execution cancelled. Question of integral promotion do not arises. No question. But 8.3 anyhow can get accommodate in x. How? X is equal to 8.3 where x is integer. Now you see what you are trying to do. 8.3 you are assigning to x. This is the assignment operator. This is the assignment operator whose responsibility is to assign fractional part containing value to the integer variable. So assignment operator what it do? Assignment operator simply truncates the fractional part and then assign. It is done by assignment operator. The job of assignment operator is to assign the right hand side value to the left hand side variable by converting the right hand side into the data type of left. Here was 8.3 was float, so it converted by truncating 0.3 and assigned only x to the integer, only 8 to the integer x, and then function is executed. So who done it? It is assignment operator who truncated 0.3 and given 8 to the x and function is executed. So when both the step fails, third, assignment operator has taken place the conversion, that is called as a built-in call. When both the step fails, when both step fails, assignment operator carry out built-in conversion like this. Integer x is there to whom you are assigning the float value, so it truncates. Its conversion is called as built-in. Now let us take one more example. Simple x. Now what are the simple is? Now we must see what happens. Function s2 is called, former parameter is float, actual parameter is float, former parameter, sorry. Function s2 is called, actual parameter is 8.3 and only one function is there and its former parameter is an object. Now there is no chance. Exact match fails. Integral promotion question do not arise. Assignment operator cannot assign because here simple x and x is equal to 8.3. Look at this expression and look at this expression. Here it is possible that 0.3 can be truncated and can be given to x. But here 8.3 cannot be given to x because x is the object. And hence all this step fails and we ourselves has to carry out the conversion, that is called as a user defined conversion. When all step fails or when built-in conversion is not possible, then we have to carry out the conversion. Carry out user defined conversion. What exactly by user defined conversion? Exact match is not possible, question of integral promotion is not there, built-in conversion is also not possible. Then at last step we ourselves has to carry out the conversion, and that conversion is called as user defined conversion. So this is called as a function overloading. These are the steps involved in function call. So tomorrow you will get the notes. I think you have got it. Thank you.